Alrighty, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I guess I can start the video. Can you guys see me? You guys see my green screen? I was just filming something. Does that work? Does that, let me see if that, if I can do something here. Let me see video settings. Background. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Do you guys know where this is? By the way? Anybody? It's Greece. That's correct. It's Milos, Greece. Actually, let me see if I can do something really quick. I'm trying to look if let's see. Wait, this house here, the 3-story one right there, that is my wife's uncle's family home. He had passed though, but it's his side of the family, unfortunately not it wasn't my wife's aunt's home. Anyway, I got married on this island, just so you guys know. I got married on this island back in 2003. And my son, a few years ago, was my son was baptized on this island too. So anyway, a little special area. So enough about that. Let's talk about the markets. So hey, I've been selling a little bit of Aussie New Zealand up here. If you guys got the update here on ForexAnalytix, just let you guys know. Aussie's been pretty well bid, but we're coming right up to that. Been looking for the move back up towards these levels, about the 107 level. So it's just something that I've been planning on doing since last week. I got filled a little bit overnight at 60. I got filled a little bit more at 97. So I'm, just kind of wiggling a small position in. I expect it to turn back down towards 106, 20 or 30 or so, because remember, this is a long-term trend line that's been broken. That's the one thing I want to bring to your attention is that, yeah, it's bouncing, but we should really have a lot of resistance up here at this area, because this is all previous support. Remember, previous support's current resistance. So all through here is going to be like that resistance zone. Plus, this is a 50% retracement. 618 retracement comes all the way up to 107.30. So up in those areas should find some resistance. Now let's talk about equities. Equities look a little weaker this morning. And what's interesting about this move is if it sticks. Now, will it stick? I mean, your guess is probably just as good, if not better than mine, because look, the market's been extremely bullish. So, this is really good support. I mean, really, this is a really strong market is what I meant to say. It's funny. I just filmed a support and resistance video. So that's why it's going to be flying out of my mouth a lot, like support, resistance. But anyway, this is pretty good resistance, but the trend has been higher. So I think if we get back below this 41.80, that might signal to us that we have some pretty good resistance up here and we're making lower highs. Something to think about. Now, we are starting to see the dollar firm up against some commodity currencies, and that's pretty key. So we've got the Kiwi that's showing a little bit of weakness. The Aussie, which ran up, but we're still in the range. Dollar Canadian pushed through these lows, almost hit 120, almost. But now, delete that. Now, we might get a false breakdown. That you have to keep in mind with the dollar Canadian. Look at this 4-hour candle. If we close up here, we've got 23 minutes to do so. We close like this, like a hammer like this, that's probably means we're going back to 121, at least up to 121, maybe back up to 121.50. US dollar, Norwegian krona bounced off support. Remember this trend line support. The update here from a few hours ago. US dollar Norwegian krona could slip to 820 to 822 level. We went as low as 824. So we didn't quite reach as far as I thought we'd reach down here, but still you can see it's really respecting this broken trend line, right? Now, one of the things is crude oil is actually showing a bit of a reversal today, or at least right now. There's some news, but I was filming, so I didn't catch the headline, but it has reversed crude. So I would be careful with crude, with any longs. If we get back below like the 66.50, because remember, this is all pretty good resistance up here. So if for some reason we get back down below this, 67, 66.50, you might see some further weakness in the Canadian and maybe the Norwegian krona. Dollar Mexican peso looks a little stronger right now. And again, this is all, you're seeing these, reversals here. And it all really is suggesting that, there might be a little bit of risk aversion. Markets bid up earlier this morning. Rates started going higher. The 10-year, right? 10-year started breaking out, and then all of a sudden, 10-year started breaking out. All of a sudden, stocks took note of it. So, but you can see yields have come down along with stocks. So, it'll be interesting. But yields are higher, generally speaking. They are higher. So maybe that's the way of the market kind of suggesting to us that it's starting to pay attention to, the strength in the economy and how the Fed might react and start raising rates. Therefore, stocks might come under some pressure. But again, I'm not going to get excited about the equity markets showing any type of reversal until we start making lower lows. And you can see we're still making higher lows, higher highs. So what do you do? I mean, probably not a whole lot. Amanda says, if you jinx the loonie, I'll hunt you down. I'll swim that pond. Well, you're going to have to swim the pond, then hitchhike about 2,000 miles west, and then I'll see you here. All right, guys. Well, again, I think we need to be aware of, the dollar starting to firm up against some currencies. I think that's worth noting. The S&P is going to be really key this week as we approach this like 4180 level. And remember, this is June 1st. June 1st, sell in May, go away. That's normally seasonally a thing. That means like if you sold in May and you come back, in the fall, stocks are going to be lower, generally speaking, more times than not. Does it mean we reverse today? No. Does it mean that it means that, if you take a snapshot in time today and you look, a couple months from now, S&P might be a couple percent lower, might be 5% lower. S&P could trade back down to 4,000. I'm not saying that the market's going to go to hell in a handbasket. I'm just saying that seasonally, this is where we start to see a little bit of selling. It's going to be a long summer. Let me rephrase that. It's going to be a summer that's well respected. That's what I should have said. How many traders and people in the markets are actually going to be going on vacation this summer? Think about that. Like last summer was an anomaly. It was COVID. Everybody's in lockdown. No one's going anywhere. This summer, everybody's going somewhere. So if you're a institution, you're a hedge fund manager, and you're just like, you know what? I've done really well this year. Forget about it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead and cash out, cash in some chips, take my money, and sit on the side. I'm going to go sit on the beach somewhere in Florida or in, Barbados or, wherever, and just get the hell out. I'm going to Cyprus for a month. There's going to be a lot of people with that mindset this year, especially after not being able to go anywhere last summer. So I think that the seasonal trade could actually work, where people like, hey, I've been long for the last year and I've done really well. Let's just book some profits. Again, does that mean that stocks are going to, 3,000 in the S&P? No. But is there some room for some profit taking and, maybe some consolidation up here? Yeah, I think there is. And that's thing. I think that's something we need to be respectful of, especially this year. All right, guys and gals. I hope you all have a. Alex said, "I wish the S&P went down." Me and you both. I just wish we had some two-way price action. That'd be great. Hope you guys have. Oh, John, I'm sorry. John just asked about the euro dollar. Euro dollar. I think it's range bound. Look, we're struggling again at the 28.50 level. I think as long as we're below 28.50, be respectful of the ranges. I wouldn't be surprised if we sat here for the next couple of days, maybe even this week. 22.50, 21.50. We're at the upper end of the range. I would be a little hesitant about being too aggressively long up here, right? You get back down. Excuse me, you get back down towards channel support later this week. Let's say you get back down to 21.50. That's probably a better place to be on the long side. And if you're like, well, I just want to be short, well, just realize we're in a ascending channel. So you're going against the path of least resistance, right? All right, guys, have a great one. Talk to you soon. And we'll catch you all later.